Welcome back, everybody. It is our number 2 right here on the best morning show in the land. Where else are you going to be at this time of morning other than here? So I hope you did take that time to get your tea, get your coffee, get a little sandwich or something for breakfast, and come right back to it, because here, again, is the best place to be with Raucous Natalie and your boy, Carrie. But now we're going to have a very, very important conversation, and it's concerning the draft amendment bill for Tobago and, their self-governance bill, actually. I'm going to be chatting this morning with Dr. Denise Soyafat Angus, who is the former presiding officer of the THA. My second guest is Chanel Felix, who is the executive director for the Youth Votes Matter organization. And she's also the PRO of the Tobago Civil Network. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Yes, thank you for joining us this morning. Now, before we go into the bill itself and, some of the details, there is tonight, today is the 28th, tonight and tomorrow night at 8 p.m. there'll be a Facebook discussion live. Tell us about it.
So, Carrie, our discussion is basically surrounded around the fact that we have for a long time been advocating for this self-governance bill. And what we have realized is that the Rumshop talk ends up making its way into the household and then onto social media, and particular narratives continue to be played on. So what we want to do is to be able to inform the Begonians on the contents of the current proposal, right? So we have recruited all of these experts, these industry experts in Tobago, including Dr. Angus herself, along with Dr. Winford James, Dr. Vanas James, and a number of other constitutional law experts to give Tobagonians the real deal about what is exactly in it. A lot of people are saying that the contents of the current draft amendment bill is pulling a wool over Tobagonians' eyes. We cannot assume that unless we as Tobagonians and Trinidadians as well truly understand what is in there, because the language for a lot of us who are not into law and who are not into constitution, we may not really be able to read it and truly be able to interpret it the way that we should. Right. So we are using the platform to inform Tobagonians of what it is exactly that is being proposed and allowing them to have their say on it.
What is some of the negative narrative, as you mentioned, that's going around on social media and via, WhatsApp and all these things passing around about the bill that you would like to dispel and to really educate the public about and, set the record straight?
Now, during these sessions, starting tonight and tomorrow, we are going to have the experts being able to dissect each and every element. Now, we won't be able to do everything in these sittings because we are also awaiting the Joint Select Committee to meet on Friday to give us some more insights as to how we would proceed. But Dr. Angus is going to give us a little bit of, information in regards to some of the particular elements that they want to dispel.
Oh, yes, of course, because we do have our expert with us this morning. Dr. Angus, yes. Please.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
I think perhaps what I would like to do is probably lay out the step-by-step approach which Tobago Civil Net intends to take over the 2 sessions they are having, which will be this tonight at 8 p.m. on their platform on social media, and also tomorrow night at 8 p.m. also. And this is prior to the Joint Select Committee having their consultations in Tobago on Friday and Saturday. After they have been here, if there's any new information we feel that needs to be clarified, they've agreed to have a last session before taking the responsibility to prepare a position paper that speaks to, what Tobagonians have agreed to, the information coming off of all their platforms, what we are agreeing to, and if any, what changes we would like to see before the final bill is put forward before the House for debate. And so the Joint Select Committee has sent out 3 pieces of information to the general public. One is the written document on the Constitution, the amendment to the Tobago Self-Government Bill 2020, along with the Tobago Island Administration Bill 2021. That is a 68-page document. Right. The second piece they sent out was a video highlighting the key clauses of the amendment. And the third is a survey driven by SurveyMonkey of about, I believe it's close to 20 questions, which they expect persons to complete at the end of being able to go through the documents, have discussions, and everybody completes that survey. You know, the approach the CivilNet is going to take is that today, on the first segment, we intend to look at the constitutional changes to the bill and focus on those clauses in there which can then answer for you, excuse me, the questions 1 to 12 in the survey. Okay, so we will take it piece by piece, break it down so persons can understand what it is really about, whether they're comfortable with it, whether they're not comfortable, and therefore be able to complete that survey at the end of it. Tomorrow, on Thursday, we will be treating with the bill itself, the Tobago Island Administration Bill 2021, which pretty much deals with the relationship between the government of Trinidad and Tobago and the Tobago Island government, the Tobago legislature and its operations, the Tobago Island government and its operations, and of course the financial rules and regulations and the committees to be set out for oversight. So that will be dealt with tomorrow. And after coming out of tomorrow's meeting, questions 12 to 17 on the survey can be easily answered. So that is the approach that we will be taking. We are asking everyone to come on board because it is virtual. It's an opportunity for Tobagonians everywhere, not just those who reside in Tobago, but Tobagonians everywhere to get involved in the conversation. Please, document your comments and we will take all of those into consideration. Wonderful. This is serious business. The time is now. And, it's over 5 years that this bill has been with Joint Select Committee and many more years that we've had consultations on the island and elsewhere. And this is the time now. This is the opportunity. And we really need to get involved, participate, and have a final document approved in Parliament, which then triggers, the next election for the Tobago House of Assembly.
And the next phase. Thank you very much, Dr. Soyafat Angus. Before we go, Chanel, could you please tell us the Facebook page that persons who wanted to participate can log into and, view and to see the talks and discussions tonight and tomorrow?
Well, the discussions are going to be on the Tobago CivilNet page. Just go to Tobago CivilNet on Facebook and you will be able to join the discussion at 8 p.m. And this discussion is not just for Tobagonians. We want to also include Trinbagonians. We want to include Trinidadians too, because I have a lot of my colleagues that often, as I say, they think that self-governance for Tobago means that complete secession from Trinidad. So we want to use the platform to educate and cause that grassroots understanding as well to the layman on the ground so that they can fill out the survey, because we tend to have this complaint that we didn't have our say. So we want to give them the information so that they can properly have their say.
All right, wonderful, ladies. Absolutely. That's all we have time for this morning. I want to thank you so much and remind the public to log into the Facebook page, the Civil Network, Tobago Civil Network Facebook page, and you could tune in tonight and tomorrow night at 8 p.m. to become a part of the conversation as well and to learn so many things about the draft amendment bill.